This is the Boston Celtics newsfeed on CLNS. Today is Sunday, January 21st, 2017. This is Mike Walsh reporting for CLNS, the leading online provider of audiovisual coverage for the Boston Celtics. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, on a Patriots AFC Championship Sunday. We did have some Boston Celtics news to get to today. Boston played a 1 p.m. home game that ended right around the opening kickoff for New England's win over Jacksonville. Unfortunately, unlike the Pats, the Celtics could not pull out a win in the end. Boston dropped its third straight game, all coming at TD Garden, losing to the Orlando Magic 103-95. Frustrated Brad Stevens had this to say.
Today was not about the offensive side. It was about, they shot, I felt like they were shooting layups for the most part tonight, even the ones they missed late. And, you got to play well. We haven't played well consistently on both ends for a while now.
That post-game press conference video in its entirety is on our YouTube page at youtube.com/CLNSmedia, so you can head over there, check that out. Check out some locker room content from Kyrie Irving and Jaylen Brown as well. On the bright side, the team did get Kyrie Irving back after he missed the last loss to Philadelphia with a shoulder injury. On the other hand, even his monster 40-point outing against Orlando was not enough. Irving had a big return, shooting 14 of 23 in 40 minutes, but the Celtics got very little from anyone else, especially the bench unit. Boston's reserves scored just 8 points total, as Marcus Smart and Terry Rozier were a combined 2 of 12. The Magic bench accumulated 38 points. Elfrid Payton scored 22 to lead the visitors. Struggling with an illness, Aaron Baines played just a couple minutes off the bench, while Marcus Morris got the start in his stead. Irving said after the game that he wants the Celtics to embrace this adversity and grow from it, telling reporters like ESPN's Chris Forsberg, quote, "That's part of the game, and learning one another and being able to figure out how do you respond from that. Us as a group, as we've come in the last 4 or 5 months, it's new. We need to hit something like this in order for us to grow. It's part of the game, it's part of being on a team, part of being a professional on any team in any environment. You gotta have stuff like this where you just gotta figure it out," end quote. Boston drops to 34-13 with the loss. They remain 2 games in front of the stagnant Toronto Raptors for the East's number 1 seed. The Raptors are off until Wednesday. We all live busy lives, and we've all been standing in the kitchen with just 15 minutes to spare. You're hungry, but there's just not enough time to make anything even remotely healthy. So you reach for a power bar. But this time, don't reach for just any old sugary granola mystery. This time, reach for an RX bar. Today's show is brought to you by RX Bar, the no BS whole food protein bar. RX bars have just 3 main ingredients, count them up: egg whites, dates, and nuts. That's it. Sure, there's going to be some cacao in some, and real fruit in others, and of course some sea salt to spice it all up, but these are real food bars that get the job done. It's like eating 3 egg whites, 2 dates, and 6 almonds, all in one hand-sized bar for on-the-go snacking. RX bars come in 11 delicious flavors, and you can try some of those for 25% off by simply visiting rxbar.com/CLNS. That's rxbar.com/CLNS, or enter promo code CLNS at checkout. Perfect for breakfast on the go, a snack at the office, or out on a hike, or even something to hold you over before or after your workout. RX Bar, the no BS protein bar. The NBA has announced the starters for February's All-Star Game. The teams, however, remain a mystery at this point. For the first time ever, the NBA is going to have captains pick the teams. LeBron James and Steph Curry were the top vote-getters overall, so they will be the captains. They will be picking teams from the voted-on allotment of players. That'll begin with the following 8 other starters: Giannis Antetokounmpo of Milwaukee, DeMar DeRozan of Toronto, Joel Embiid of the 76ers, Kevin Durant of Steph Curry's Golden State Warriors, obviously, James Harden of Houston, Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, both of the New Orleans Pelicans, and of course, the Celtics' Kyrie Irving. And these guys will be picked by James and Curry regardless of conference affiliation. After that, the 2 captains will fill out the remainder of their teams by drafting from the pool of 14 All-Star reserves. Those guys will be announced on January 23rd, so a couple days from now. The draft will unfortunately not be televised. Would be very interesting to see. Of course, LeBron James is going to take Kyrie Irving. Does Steph Curry shun Kevin Durant? You never know what could happen there. But it will not be televised, but the teams will be revealed on Thursday during TNT's NBA tip-off before, I believe, the Washington and Oklahoma City game. As for the Celtics, they're off on Monday as they head out on the road for a swing. They open up a 4-game trek with a game at the Los Angeles Lakers Tuesday and will meet the Clippers, Warriors, and Nuggets during the trip. Until next time, head over to rxbars.com/CLNX, pick up yourself some snacks, and be sure to also follow CLNS on Twitter at CLNS Media. The Celtics Twitter account at CelticsCLNS, and myself at CLNS_Walsh. And subscribe to the Celtics newsfeed both on iTunes and Stitcher, as well as the CLNS Media Network's mobile podcast app. This has been Mike Walsh for the Boston Celtics newsfeed.